A very warm welcome, ma'am. So, guys, ma'am was my senior in the BDS. That is, we are from the same college, ITS Dental College, Greater Noida, and she has done MPH from Indian Institute of Public Health. That is Public Health Foundation of India from Delhi branch,
Yes,
and
yes.
currently working as District Vaccine and Cold Chain Manager under UNDP India for EVIN. That is Electronic Vaccine Intelligence Network. A very warm welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Jasmine. I know I have been really putting you at test on getting me here on board. So I'm sorry, there were some engagements. I could not be here when it was required, but it's okay. Better late than never.
Ma'am, it's okay. At least finally we are here, and it couldn't have been better time.
Yeah, surely. Yes,
Ma'am,
absolutely.
firstly, I would start by asking you. These are very interesting terms like district vaccine and cold chain manager and UNDP. So, could you please explain a little bit about like what exactly you do and what is to us, to our audience, what is UNDP?
Yeah, surely. So currently, I'm working as my designation is vaccine cold chain manager under UNDP. UNDP is United Nations Development Program. So I'm currently working with United Nations,
Right.
and it is a program. It's a project called EVEN, Electronic Vaccine Intelligence Network. So under EVEN, what is there? It's a mobile-based application that is running
Okay.
to strengthen the already existing universal immunization program. As we all know that universal immunization program is existing for a very long time, and it's one of the most successful national health programs in India. So currently, what we are doing, I have a team of 50 people that are working under me, and it's an amazing team. It's a team of
Right.
ANMs. In India, we call them ANMs, and in JNK, they are called female multipurpose workers,
Okay.
FMPHWs. They are basically the vaccinators. They give vaccination, the
Right.
routine immunization vaccine, your BCG, oral polio vaccine, FIPV, MR, RVV, rotavirus. So they immunize your children. These females or males, they immunize your children. So, but earlier what was happening, there was no accountability of these vaccine vials. Whatever the
True.
wastage, even if the vial used to break from their hands, they were not that much accountable. So what this mobile based application does, it has an accountability of every single entry, every single vaccine vial, what they are administering into the beneficiary. They have to enter it in the mobile application by the end of the day. What amount of vaccine they have utilized, which vaccine they have utilized, how many doses they have utilized. So currently, I'm sitting in my room right now. On my web portal, I can see the status of the vaccine in the most remotest cold chain point. The cold chain point is
Right.
a facility where there is proper area designated and equipments designated to keep your vaccines. So if I want to see a place that is 50 kilometers from far from the city center, I can do it on my, in a fraction of a second on my web portal. I can see, okay, they're running short of this vaccine. Currently, they have this much in their stock. They have utilized this much. Earlier, which was not possible, they used to send their work done every month. So we had to wait for a month for their handwritten
Yes.
work done, what all
Yeah.
they did, what all they didn't do. And we didn't have any kind of, that was not trusted.
Yes.
But now it is all digitalized, so it is running all over India. JNK started this March, and I'm proud to be a part of this team because it's an amazing project. And now even the COVID vaccine is coming, so
Yes.
even will be looking after this thing also. We are in the preparedness phase of receiving the vaccine. So there is a portal called Covin application. It's a web portal. So all your beneficiaries, how much doses you're going to receive, how they are going to manage it, every single vial will be accountable. So that's what I am into right now.
Wow. Okay, ma'am. We all are like sitting home doing nothing, and you are on the field, and it's amazing. Ma'am, there was a term you said ANM. That means ANM is?
NMI workers. That
Okay,
means
okay.
see your public health workers.
Okay, okay, right.
They're ANN, they're ASHAs, like this. You have there's
Right,
a
right.
hierarchy in the community medicine. So yeah.
Okay, okay. So, ma'am, let's come back to our main topic. That is, ma'am, what is MPH?
Yes, MPH. MPH is a very diverse field. Basically, MPH is a multidisciplinary field where we bring together people from having expertise in different fields of medicine, information technology, nursing background, social background. They all come together in order to formulate and ideas and solutions for various public health problems at various platforms. So it's a team of people who come together and they work together. They have
All right,
expertise in their own particular fields in order to formulate solutions, bigger solutions for problems. So that is what
right.
public health is all about.
Okay. So, ma'am, how this course is different from MHA or clinical research, because many budding dentists get confused between MHA, MPH, and clinical research.
I would say clinical research is a part of public health. It is
Okay.
a part of public health, yeah. So the course curriculum, I'll say the
Yeah.
contents in the course are the main is our epidemiology, the subject,
Okay.
then biostatistics, research methodology, occupational and environmental health hazards, reproductive and child health. There is reproductive and child health. There is biostatistics. So these are the main contents, the main core, the core building blocks of masters in public health. Then there are
Right.
urban health also, health ethics also. These are other subjects that are in the course curriculum. So research methodology, you get certificate courses for that, even a 1 year program. But if you go for MPH, it is a part of it, research methodology,
Okay.
altogether a subject in MPH.
Right.
Whereas in masters in hospital administration, I think there the students are groomed or they are taught the managerial or leadership skills that
Yes.
they need to manage a public or a private healthcare facility. So it's more of a managementarial solution of how you're going to manage your patients, your doctors, their rosters, everything. Only the managementarial part is there. It has nothing to do the policy making. It has nothing to do with
Yes.
the research methodology. So you are not that attached to your own subject, to your own field
Yeah.
of medicine. You get a little bit detached because you're only in the administrative part of it.
All
So this
right.
is the difference between these two. Yeah.
Okay. So, ma'am, exactly how a BDS should apply after the graduation or the convocation? Maybe the colleges, the admission, how many years course fee, anything?
Yeah. So, Masters in Public Health is a regular program and it's a 2 years program with 4 semesters
Okay.
or modules. When I was there were 4 modules that time, but now they have changed the terminology to semesters. So, two
Okay.
semester each year. And currently, IIPH, their fee structure has changed to rupees 2 lakhs per year. But when I was
Okay.
doing it, it was 1.30, I guess, that time. So with
Okay.
time you have to see their
Yeah.
online websites for the fees and all, but it is not much because it is IIP. Getting into IIPH is also very, it's an achievement in itself because it's a semi-government institute.
Yes.
So it's a two-process thing. First, you have to apply there online. Then you have to go for a written test. The written
Right.
test comprises of 40% of the marks weightage. If you qualify the written exam, then you will be called for an interview, which comprises of 60% of the marks weightage. And
Right.
the syllabus in the written test, it comprises of human biology, general medicine, general pathology, all your diseases, their causes, their treatments, their etiology. So this is the basic you need to know about all the
Right.
diseases. So basically, all your general medicine comes in play. Then reasoning and aptitude is also there. And
Okay.
thirdly is the are your computer skills, your general knowledge, business, what is current, all the current affairs.
Yeah.
Basically, all your general knowledge comes into play. So it's a three content thing. You have to prepare yourself. And the preparation time, I won't say it was much. I prepared for about 3 months. 3 months is enough. And They usually start their admission procedures in the month of May or June. By
Okay.
July, they get done with the admission procedures. So you have to start by Jan or Feb to start preparing because they have a strength of only 50 from all over
Right.
India.
All right.
Yes.
And anybody can apply from any state because it's through
Yeah,
the
and
exam only.
yes. Anybody can apply and of any background. Basically, if he
Right.
is from engineering background, nursing background, but I would say people from medicinal or paramedical background, they have an edge over others because in understanding of the diseases, their terminologies, the course, so it is a little easier. But there are
True.
people from information technology or getting into this course because I told you, as I've already mentioned, it's a multidisciplinary field. You
Yes.
have a team of people with various expertise. They give solutions to public health problems at their own level.
Right. Ma'am, so are there any other colleges like I think AIMS have started Rishikesh one, MPH,
Yeah,
or any other colleges?
yeah. You have TIS Tata Institute, which is in
Okay.
Mumbai, that is also offering this course. Then there is JIPMER in South India, that is also
Okay.
offering this course. Amity College is also offering the same course. And yeah, there are many. If you go search, I think now it has bloomed a lot. It is no longer a very
Right.
budding kind of field. It has bloomed a lot. I see
Yes.
so many people getting into public health, and it's really nice. Yeah.
Okay. So, ma'am, what's your journey? How from being a dentist you thought of getting into MPH? And years back when this was
Uh,
not on such a
yeah,
peak.
exactly. It wasn't because when I decided it was 2016. So
Right.
basically, Dr. Jasmine, I'll be very truthful and honest. I was when I got into my internship during BDS. Actually, that every day it became so mundane, the same monotonous looking patients in the OPDs. I was getting it was a little tiresome for me. I wanted a change.
Yeah.
I'm not a person who can sit 9 to 5 in a clinic and, I wanted to
True.
travel. I wanted
Yeah.
to be on field. So that was something it used to make me feel claustrophobic. Like, oh my God, you'll have to sit in one place 9 to 5. That is going to be your life. I'm really happy for people who are doing it. It suits for them well and good. But for me, I needed a change and I wanted to explore more into health.
Right.
So I thought public health is the only field where I'll get to see, I'll get to travel, I'll get to work at the grassroots level. I'll get to work with people who are working, but they're not being recognized.
Yeah.
uh, yeah, so I interact with a lot of people in public health. There's a lot of interaction. You get to interact with from your DC divisional commissioner level to your CMOs, chief medical officers, to deputy CMOs, to division district immunization. So I am currently, I would say, I am a part of the district task force committee for the
Yeah.
preparedness of COVID-19 vaccine. And I feel so nice because I get to interact, I get to sit in the meetings, I get to see
Yeah.
how policies are being framed.
Right.
Like currently we have to receive the vaccine, so what is the
Yes.
preparedness plan, how we are preparing for the vaccine, for the receival of the vaccine, the session sites, the logistics, the infrastructure, the human resource. So we are building it at that level. It would have never been possible for me if I would have been sitting in a clinic and doing patients. It would have never
True.
been possible. I would have probably just received the vaccine. But today
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
yeah, so I would have just gone to take the vaccine. But what takes behind it to get it to the
Yeah. You're
beneficiary?
actually on
Today
the both the
I'm
sides.
yeah,
The
today I'm
one,
a part
yeah.
of that thing. So I'm seeing, oh my God. So the policy makers, people sitting there who are using so much of brains, this will be good, this will be bad, this will end up having good results, this will end up having bad results. So yeah, that was a very I'm very motivated and driven because there's a
Yeah.
lot of public interaction in it, especially in the people from medical field. Yeah.
True. So, ma'am, are there any colleges in abroad offering such courses? I mean, they are, but would you like to share any few specific?
There are many actually, and some of the best are John Hopkins University,
Right.
University of Michigan, and then there is London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine. University of California. These are one of the best, University of Harvard, and it is no rocket science to get into these universities. Don't think you cannot. Oh my God, I'm taking such big names and it is so
Yeah.
difficult. No, it is not difficult at all. They even provide scholarships. If you take the right procedure, you keep checking their websites, you keep updated yourself, what all they are offering, and go by the track, like what all are their requirements in terms of your qualifications, in terms of your courses, in terms of your language courses, your IELTS, GRE, TOEFL. So yeah, you can definitely get. I have seen people getting there. It is no big deal. You just have to be updated. The admission procedures, the admission time. Oh, they have very open. They're very friendly actually. These the
Right.
administrators there are very friendly. They're going to entertain you in the best possible ways and give you the best advices. Actually, yeah.
Right. And ma'am, what is asked in the interview in the college you have, like you have pursued your MPH from?
You asked me what they ask in the interview.
Yes. Yes.
Firstly, they are going to see your academic background, from which background
Okay.
you are from, your basic qualifications. Keep all your degrees up to dated. I mean, don't wait for provisional. You just have a provisional. You don't have your originals. First, I have seen, because people have been losing because of those things. Also, I have seen so many candidates being rejected just because they had provisional degrees. They didn't get their original degrees from the university. So keep all your certificates updated. Then they are going to ask you, why are you choosing masters in public health if you're from a different background, because they want to
Right.
know your motivation for it. So you
Yes.
have to be clear in your head with a very sincere answer, like what made you choose public health, what do you know about public health, do you have any past prior experience working in health sector. So they're very normal questions, and then they'll probably ask you if you have worked from that background. They're going to ask you what is your experience. So that is something very basic in every interview.
Okay.
An interviewer asks.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Ma'am, there is a question about how is University of Cork, Ireland, for MPH?
yeah. It is really nice. I've heard about it. It is nice in Ireland. University of Cork is good. And
Okay.
yeah, European countries also, they have really good universities that are offering MPH. There is Royal Tropical Institute in Amsterdam as well, and it offers the
Okay.
courses in English. And keep looking for scholarship. Keep looking for fellowships. That is much, much, much easier for students, because nobody wants to invest so much of money. It's a huge amount. It's a huge
Right.
bulk you have to invest. So look for scholarships, look for fellowships. Even in IIPH, they have scholarships from Infosys, they have scholarship from Eames. So if you fit into that criteria, then you don't have to pay any of your course curriculum fee.
Yeah.
It's free of cost. Yeah, but the thing is that after you're finishing, you have to work with them. You have to sign a bond that you are going to work with them for two
Right.
years, for 3 years. Yeah. So on that criteria, they give you the scholarships. Yes.
And ma'am, how about Masters in Public Health Dentistry is different from this MPH?
Yes, yes, it is definitely different. Masters in
Okay.
public health, different. It is that there you are just confined to dentistry only. How you
Right.
are going to manage community awareness programs are there on oral hygiene, tobacco cessation programs.
Yeah.
So it's basically again you're confined to dentistry. But in public health, see, I'll talk about how after joining public health, what all opportunities I got.
Yes.
Initially,
Please.
yeah. So while I was working only, I got this amazing opportunity to be a part of a clinical trial. That was a randomized clinical trial at Safdarjung Hospital. There was a study going on. This is just when I was studying. So there was a
Yeah.
studying group. They had a case group and they had a control group. They were seeing patients, basically pregnant females who were anemic. Some of them were given the oral therapy of drugs, iron sucrose, and some of them were given the IV. So they were
Right.
trying to see which is more effective. So that was the starting of my career as a public health professional, being a part of that trial, because it was an ICMR funded experiment. After that, once even in the course curriculum, you have to intern for 2 months with a good organization. Luckily, I got into Medicine Sans Frontiers, Doctors Without Borders, the country office in Delhi. I was interning with them. And I'll tell you, it was a beautiful experience of my life. I was being mentored by Miss Simi Bashir. She was an ex-Air Force pilot. I have worked
Okay.
under her. I have seen how these international organizations work, what are their employee code of conducts, how friendly is their environment. So that was just the starting. When I finished, I got an opportunity to work. The first job I got was with Save the Children India, who work for the benefit of children. With them, I was working in Jammu for Rohingya refugees, which is one of the most marginalized populations in the world. They have
Right.
had, they've been living in distress, and they've been facing rage from their government, by the hands of their government. Everybody knows what kind of issues Rohingya, Burmese are facing. I was looking after their health. I conducted so many dental health programs in those slums communities. I was giving talks on menstrual hygiene to the
Yeah.
adolescent girls group there. I was telling them how important, I was motivating them for institutional deliveries, because that community had, they're very conservative. They don't let their females go to
Yeah.
hospitals and, get delivered there. So I motivated them, that I was talking about the benefits of institutional deliveries, ANC checkups, and even I'll say dentistry I was taking, with my side, because I organized dental camps. I got my
Yeah.
friends there. I told them, let's do this is a great opportunity. We'll be having a great learning experience, because they had their cultural habit of taking aracanut and some smokeless tobacco. So we got hands-on experience, be it dentistry then or be it public health professional. I was doing both that time. So that time I didn't feel, oh my God, was this decision right? I felt it was the best decision I
Best
could have ever
decision.
taken. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely, because it really bloomed my career. It really bloomed my resume. After that, now currently I'm working with United Nations Development Program. So seeing my past experience, they were very impressed, because I had worked with really good organizations before.
Yes.
So they were very impressed, and currently I would say it's a great learning opportunity for me to be where people after 40, 45 years reach, and I
Yeah.
meet those people. They take me my opinions, they take my suggestions, like, okay, what do you think will be fine, how we should go through, because it's the preparedness phase of COVID-19. So
Yes.
they want my opinions as a public health professional, like, what do you think we should involve these people, community sensitization, community mobilization, IEC programs. We have to convince people, like, no, there is no harm, don't go by the rumors that the vaccine is wrong, or you'll have AEFI. I'm even part of the AEFI committee of the district, that is adverse events following immunization. So it is itself a very, dignified thing to be a part of that committee, because very highly dignified professionals are there in the community. So yeah, I feel it is really nice. If you want to be on the field, if you are really interested, going, visiting places, meeting people, seeing public health from the minutest binoscopic lenses, then please go for it. But if
Okay.
you are not into it, if you want to continue your clinical practice, then public health is not for you.
Right. So, ma'am, there is a question that is there any chance to be a part of armed forces after MPH?
Uh, I really don't have any idea about armed forces. I don't think so. But yeah, why not? If you're a public health professional, you can have an MBBS, but you can definitely join the community medicine department of Armed Force Medical College. Why not? Definitely, it's always an edge.
Okay.
MBBS with MPH is a great combination.
Right. Ma'am, so exactly you have shared the experience, but what are the scope or the job opportunities in India and abroad after BDS plus MPH?
See, if you talk about job opportunities, if you do it from a good college, like if you do it from TIS, if you get into IIPH, they itself have a placement cell. They get you placed. They definitely will get you placed. It's never a no, but
Okay.
they'll try hard till they don't get you placed. It is
Okay.
definitely, it's never a no from them. But
Okay.
on your own level also, it opens doors in diverse directions for you. Like you can join NGOs, you can join organizations that are working for health. There's NACO, there is Mamta, there's so many organizations. There's MSF, there are hundreds. I mean, you name them, they are there. And you can
Right.
work at diverse level. You can go into nutrition, you can go into reproductive and child care, you can go into urban health, you can go into global health. I mean, you name it, there is no end to public health. You cannot define a
Right.
certain role. After doing MPH, you'll get this designation, that is it. No,
Yes.
it's not going to be like that. It's a
Okay.
diverse field. There'll be like 10,000 opportunities for you. You have to explore. You will have to explore.
Right. And ma'am, what
And
about,
moreover,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, I would
please.
like to add, like, while you are into the course, attend as many conferences as you can, do as many internships as you can, join as many organizations as volunteers only as you can, because that is the best part when you're in the course and you're side by side developing your skills, you're side by side developing your experience. That is going to give a big impression in your CV resume. So while in the course, keep doing things, become an intern, volunteer into an organization, join a group, something you have to keep doing.
Right. Ma'am, what if we do MPH from abroad and would love to come back to India? So the opportunities remains the same?
Same, definitely same. All our faculty at IIPH, they had done their MPH from all the reputed institutes of the world, and they were doing great. They were into all sorts of clinical researches in IIPH. They were faculty members, professors, lecturers. If you want to go into the academic part of it, then you can go into the teaching part of it. If you want to go to clinical research, there are so many ICMR funded researches that are going on. Then they want people from research methodology backgrounds to be a part of it as research associates, as research assistants. So definitely I'll say there is never no in public health. You can be anywhere, you can
Okay.
be everywhere.
True. Right. Ma'am, could you suggest few topics to choose for the research for, I think a candidate dissertation.
Okay, the dissertation. The dissertation is the thesis
Dissertation.
part. Yeah, it is the
Right.
thesis part. See, it all depends on your comfort level, how you want to. If you want to do a primary study, then you have to go on the field. You have to collect the data. That is called primary study. If you want to do secondary data analysis, that means the studies that have already taken place. You have a look at, you read articles, you read journals. You have to choose a study topic, but currently, if you ask me as a medical professional, you should go for non-communicable diseases. Look for, because it's a very hyped thing. Non-communicable
Okay.
diseases are a very hyped thing. How lifestyle modifications, if done properly, how they help to reduce the incidence and prevalence of non-communicable diseases. Because not all your non-communicable diseases are because of the lifestyle, sedentary lifestyle.
Yes.
So yeah, go for something in non-communicable diseases, because my study was similar. I was seeing like how people who are living nearby a park, what is their lifestyle, how healthy they are comparatively to people who don't have a park, community park nearby their house. So that was my study, and it was really nice experience. It was a primary study. We went there, we talked to the participants, we chose our group sample, and then it was basically an exploratory study. And
Right.
it was both qualitative. There are study designs and there is set study methodology. It was a quantitative and qualitative both study. So I feel you should go for something that is new, that is blooming, and that attracts your interest.
Yes. Okay. So, ma'am, what is an EOH module ending exam?
EOH.
EOH module ending exam. Alan from ITS has the exam tomorrow.
Can you give me a full form of EOH? Sorry, I'm not getting EOH.
Yeah, please, Alan, if you're there. Ma'am, so what like now it's COVID, now people are at home, many patients are less or whatever we say in at least in dental terms. So
Yeah,
if from the next semester, which will be like coming admission, so if we choose
yeah.
MPH, would it affect our on-field work?
No, because if I talk about IIPH, they've already started their online programs, and
Yeah,
don't think they're any less than what regular courses are offering. Because
right.
IIPH has, got a very strong hold of intersectorial communications with organizations. They'll get you into, all sorts of programs that are going online to work as an intern or to get they give you the best study materials. So don't think if you're not doing it to a regular thing, because as COVID has happened,
Yeah,
so this thing we never know when we are actually going on ground and working or going to school or going to college, and probably we cannot wait for that to happen. So don't worry on, it's never bad to go for an online course. It's not that derogatory or something. Look for it. IIPH is offering a lot of online, even MPH, even internships are going online these days. So
right.
there's no need to complain. There's no need to complain about it.
Ma'am, for approval, like if we do from abroad MPH, do we have to pass or clear any exam in India for that?
I feel they have their own set of exams which the institute formulates. So you'll have to look for it, look for their website. I don't think it's for India. Probably they have their same वो TOEFL, GRE, IELTS. वो तो सबको the language
Yeah,
basic you have to get that. And after that, they will, I'm sure, conducting their own institutional exams. That will be there.
But like to just say for example, if we do some dentistry course from abroad, we have to pass a dental exam to practice here in India. So that is not there
Yeah,
with
yeah.
MPH.
No, 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 no. That's not there. That is not there.
Okay, right. Ma'am, we have discussed everything in depth and my questions are so much over. You have explained it like very clearly. Guys, do you have any
Yeah,
questions?
yeah, we can take questions from audience if there are any.
And ma'am, if we don't want to do MPH but somehow want to get connected to it or want to do something as in voluntary or anything because we are at home, we are not doing something, so we can do some online thing. Can we do it for like internship or any courses available?
Definitely, you can volunteer. There are organizations who require volunteers. Go
Okay.
see there are organizations like MSF. Go on their web portal. See they look for volunteers. They require volunteers. For many, there are blood donation camps. There are some other
Yeah.
activities that are going on with these international organizations. So definitely, why not? There's ICRC is there, International Committee for Red Cross is there. Even they have require volunteers. See, if you only think about money, then
Yeah.
it will never come to you. It will never come to you.
True.
Don't
True.
run after money. Make yourself so capable that the money starts running after you. That's
Yeah.
what I'll say. If you think कि अच्छा अब मैं volunteer करूंगी तो पैसा मिलेगा, don't think. अभी मत
Yeah,
सोचो पैसे का.
exactly.
अभी मत सोचो. Build yourself over. It will take time. Nothing happens overnight. Rome was not built overnight. That's what they say.
Right.
So it is
Yeah.
a process. Even when I did my master's in public health, for entire 1 year I was sorting out myself. I was like, did
Hmm.
I take the right decision? Am I not getting into something? Is it really happening? Will I get a good job? But then I started exploring. I thought, no, this is not the right way. This is not the way life goes. You have to explore. I started talking. I started actually knocking at every organization where I wanted to get in. Like this Save the Children India. When I went there, I was like, sir, I'm from Masters in Public Health background and I need something. I want to work with your organization. And they were like, see, you'll have to travel to Jammu and but you are too qualified for the post, what we have given you. But if you
Yeah.
want to work, I said, I want to work because it is Rohingya refugees. I want to take this hands
Yeah.
on experience. Not every person will get an experience to work with this marginalized community. So they was like,
True.
okay, fine. If you're ready to travel, you're ready to go. Don't think about even the money he was paying me like peanuts. But I wanted to do it. But
Yes.
I'll tell you, when you have to take certain steps in life in order to achieve something really big, you need to sacrifice on certain things.
Right.
You can't, even after dentistry, I'll say, Dr. Jasmine,
Yeah.
not immediately leaving the college, people started earning like, handsome salaries. It
Yeah.
takes time. It takes time. You have to build yourself. You have to develop the expertise. You have to develop your skills.
I
Then
would
only
rather say,
you,
ma'am, not only dentistry, be it any field.
yeah, be it any field. Be it any field, you cannot expect immediately leaving from college you will have, a five-digit salary. That is not going to happen. But
Right.
yeah, involve currently if in public health, what matters is how many you're involving yourself into internships, you're involving yourself as a volunteer, you're involving your online courses. WHO provides so many online courses. Like during COVID time, they were offering so many online courses for everybody, like COVID
Yeah.
preparedness, how the treatment, what is COVID, what. So do all these things. Then you make contacts, attend conferences,
Yeah.
meet people there, make contacts. Even I attended one conference, then I was offered, there I spoke to people, I was offered an internship even in the Indian Cancer Society of India, because I met
Wow.
general director there. But somehow then I went into MSF, I didn't choose that. But how could it, that would have
Be
not been possible
possible.
if I would have not met her, I would have not spoken to her,
Yeah.
I would have not gone to her. So you have to make efforts. It's not going to happen sitting at home. Even sitting at home, you have to search internet,
Right.
keep updated. You have to do. You have to do.
Ma'am, what is the approx range of the salary of the placement that we get after the 2 years we do MPH?
Initially, it's around about in Delhi. I'll say if you are talking about India or any part of India, it's 40 to 50.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, 40 is the minimum.
Okay. So like 40,000 we will be getting for sure.
Yeah, yeah. If you have good if you're from a good background and you
Yeah.
are good at your skills, I'll say 40, but no less than 30. Nobody is going to pay less than 30. That I can give you guaranteed. Nobody is going to give you less than 30.
Right. Ma'am, you mentioned skills. So what skills should we focus on to develop while we are studying, like while we are into MPH?
See, while you're in MPH, you have to work on your research methodology. Research is the main part of it. Like if you want to go into the clinical research part of it, then please brush up your, techniques of doing research, your different designs of research, the tools, even the analysis. Data analysis is like a new world altogether. Not many people must be knowing it, but you are being paid like huge for analysis, for
Right.
analyzing a data, a set of data. So there are a set of softwares like Strata, SPSS. If you get, expertise in those softwares, if you can analyze a given data, you're sorted. You're actually
Yeah.
sorted. The arithmetic part comes, the biostatistics is one of the subjects where the arithmetic plays a very big role, the calculations come. But data analysts are paid huge, huge, huge amount of salaries. It is a difficult thing, the mathematics, the softwares, but if you get your hands, if you get really skillful on that part of it, it's really nice. I mean, then any organization, because organizations are looking for data analysts these days.
Right. Ma'am, you're already with UN where most people want to at the end of their careers, but I would just like to know what is your future plans?
See, Jasmine, currently I'm working with UNDP, and it's a beautiful organization. It's one of the most reputed organizations in the
Yeah.
world. And I know when I was in college, it was my dream to be associated to organizations like WHO,
Yeah.
UNDP, United Nations. I'll say it was a dream come true, but after a lot of hard work, lot of
Yeah.
efforts, it finally I reached my destination. So currently, yes, I will be with the organization for another one more year because I have a contract of 2 years.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
if after that, I'm sure many more doors will open for me. But
But you are, yeah.
if nothing happens, I'll go for PhD. You can even go for
Oh,
PhD after
wow.
your master's in public health. Yeah. And if on the money part, you're given good, handsome stipend, so there's nothing to worry. But let's enjoy, let's be at the moment right now. I feel that's
Yeah.
life. You
PhD is
cannot plan
for
everything.
like how many years, ma'am?
It's 3 to 4 years. Three
Okay,
years,
okay.
yeah. In India, it's 3 years. Three
Okay,
to four.
wow, amazing. Ma'am, is there any particular partiality while selecting candidate for dental background over medical after MPH?
No, no. There is no partiality at all. Don't think like that. Even they take
Right.
people from nursing background, even they take people from biotechnology. So there's nothing ki MBBS wala hai, BDS wala hai. This
Yeah,
nothing like that. It's all on your skills, how you represent yourself, how well you perform in your written test, how well you perform your interview. There's
yeah.
nothing like that.
Okay. Ma'am, how can we volunteer for foreign organizations? Like, stay updated with their website and check out?
Definitely. You check for
Okay.
ICRC, you check for MSF, you check for Danish refugee, Danish council, Danish refugee is also there. There are hundreds of organization where you can volunteer, where you can intern, and they have. It's nothing कि नहीं मिलता है. एक बार अच्छे से सर्च करोगे, अपने आप को अपडेटेड रखोगे, they even send you emails if you connect to them. Whenever they have some
Yeah.
opportunity, they'll mail you, they'll inform you about their new job offers. And look for opportunities abroad also. With the same organization, they have jobs abroad also, they have
Right.
courses, they have fellowships, they have programs abroad also. So yeah, definitely you can do that. There is
Oh,
never, don't lose hope. If you're losing
yeah.
hope on anything in life, it will never work out. It will never work out. There is always scope in everything you do. I'll say in BDS, see you found a creative way in BDS. I'll talk about
Yeah.
you talk about me, I'll talk about you. People are impressed. You found your way. So
Yeah.
there's always a way. You are doing something, you
Exactly.
are actually, giving hope. You are actually giving hope. You're motivating other people. So so you found your own way. There is
Yeah.
now, it's never a no anywhere, I feel.
Right. Ma'am, sometimes I feel people, just ask a question to give some, formula कि आप step 1, step 2, step 3 करो तो you will reach there. But they have to find their own steps. So exactly
Definitely.
no matter which field you are, you have to explore. That is why I keep on saying MDS is not the only option because students are stressing over. So
Definitely. Yeah, MDS is not the only option. And even not doing MDS, you can be a really good dental surgeon. Just by being BDS
100%.
developed, it's all about skills. It's all
Yeah.
about how good you're at your diagnosis. It's all about how you good are you at your treatment protocols, how you're planning. It's all about that. No degree will make you a very good professional. Only your experience, your skills, your expertise will. That's what I feel. Degree is always an edge, but then eventually when you get there, you have to perform. In an
Right.
organization, in a hospital, you have to perform. Only degrees won't work.
Degree will just let you in, but after getting in, you have to
Yeah,
like, yeah.
yeah, you
Ma'am,
have to show your performance.
ma'am, there's a question. Jobs after MPH are like always contract based.
No, it's nothing like that. If you're getting into a government sector, like if you there are posts in the government sector also, you can apply for them in NHM also. National Health Mission offers so many posts. Like every now and then there are vacancies for people from public health backgrounds. So it's nothing like that. It's always if you want to go into the government sector, go into the government sectors. Look for NHM, the National Health Mission portal, and see for their vacancies for they have a lot of vacancies. I have seen it personally. I will never deny it. But if you want to go to international organizations takes time for you to
Yeah,
absorb because they see your skill. I'll say a two-year contract for Unity, but I know if I perform really well, they'll get me along with them. So
yeah,
it's always every job is like that. Even abroad, yeah, you sign a period of contract for 1 year, then they'll extend it, then they'll extend it.
yeah,
It's always
yeah.
performance based. It's always
Right.
performance. Eventually, you become their permanent employee over the period
Yeah.
of time. So I told you, be patient, give in, then only success will come. It is never overnight.
Right. Thank you so much, ma'am. Guys, do you have any more questions? Ma'am, it was lovely to meet you. I think it's been 4, 5, 6, I don't know how many years.
Yeah, it's been a long while
Bye.
since I left college in 2016, and same year I joined for my master's course. But
Yeah.
yeah, the journey, I don't regret anything. I don't regret BDS. I don't regret
Yeah.
MPH. Nothing is regretful. Whatever
True.
you have done, it always comes to you. It comes back to you. No study is a waste of study. That's all I have. You know, when I was switching from BDS, I had been a meritorious student throughout
Yeah,
my
I know.
BDS.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my decision was questioned. People were judgmental, like you cannot go for this, you have to go for MDS, you have to be into clinical practice. But then no, when I could not see myself excelling there, I could not take that decision. But right
True.
now, when I see myself excelling here, I feel proud of my decision. Probably I would have been a bad dental surgeon rather than, because then
Yeah.
it was no point. It was no point.
Yeah.
In that point of time, it was going well with me. I was doing it. I was happy. But then, if it doesn't content your heart, don't do it.
And
If
somehow
you,
you're all and ma'am, somehow you're always connected to dentistry while you're organizing camps
yeah,
and everything.
definitely, definitely. I'm always connected to, and even if sometimes I feel like doing patients, there's a clinic nearby me, and the doctor is very sweet, and he tells me, yeah, definitely, you may sometimes come, you can
Yeah.
join me, you can work here. So it's nice. I don't regret anything. I don't have any. I'll tell you one experience from MPH. Like, I don't think being a dental surgeon, I could have witnessed that thing. There is this health facility which is almost 30 to 35 kilometers away from the city center. It's in the
Okay.
mountains. Like during winter time, they have the road gets blocked because of the snowfall. There is no connectivity that time. And that health facility, it's a new type public health facility. It's a NTPHC, you call it, yeah, primary health center. So it is being managed by a single person who's a basic health worker. That
Okay.
person is looking after that facility, and from past 13 years. It is also a
All
cold chain
right.
point. They have a deep freezer, they have an ILR where keep the vaccines. He's also a vaccinator also. So he's catering a population which is a migrant population of Gujar communities. They come,
Yeah.
with all the flocks of sheep and everything. During winter time, they again migrate. So that kind
Yeah.
of community lives there. And that person, you won't believe, he's conducting normal deliveries himself. He's
Oh
looking
my
after
God.
he's looking after the vaccination part. He is able to at least the common ILIs, I'll say, influenza like illnesses. He can do it better than a doctor. Better than a doctor.
Wow.
He is able to conduct deliveries. It is not a joke. And from past
Hmm.
13 to 14 years, he has developed his skill, he has developed his expertise, and the females, they look for him like, we have to see him, he's perfect. He gets their AMC checkups done. And I was shocked. I was like, I could have not met this person. I could have not seen that a basic health worker has the ability, has the expertise, has the skills over the years that he's conducting deliveries at that remote area. It
And
is
yeah.
commendable.
And ma'am, 13 years is
Yeah.
not a like short time. It's
No,
one
no.
third of
So
your
if
life.
you
Yeah.
exactly, and they depute a doctor there once in every week from government medical college. उनका जो community health medicine का department है वहां से जो या तो PG resident आता है, because they don't want to come there because it is so far, and accessibility issues है. But he himself is manages. He is the one man army there. सो
Yeah.
पब्लिक हेल्थ में मुझे ऐसे ऐसे लोगों से मिलने का मौका मिला. इट वाज ब्यूटिफुल. लाइक करंटली आई हैव अ टीम ऑफ 50 people, and they are between the middle age group 45 to 50, and females. I taught them
Okay.
how to use a smartphone, how to use that
Right.
application. they were so scared. मतलब they are that age group जो बेचारे उनको पता नहीं है how to even open.
Yeah.
They use that normal phone सिर्फ जिस पे call आता है, they can
Yeah,
connect and
button,
disconnect.
button. Yeah.
Yeah, but then even I was scared initially when the project was there. My project officer, when we were trained and we were told like इनको सिखाना है, you have to teach. This is your audience. These are going to be your students. And we were like, no, this is not going to happen. You are telling us to do a miracle. This is not going to happen. These females are going to kill us. They are going to say, what are you frustrated? Are you out of your mind that you are asking us to, use a mobile application in a phone and then do entries on it?
Yeah.
But initially, you won't believe when I used to teach them, when we were doing the trainings for them, they were so scared to even switch on the phone. They thought if they switch on the phone, some blast might happen.
Yeah.
So initially we taught them कि नहीं यार phone ऐसे on करना है. Then when I started to teach them, they got so interested. I'm saying females from the age group of 55, 56, they're at the verge of their retirement. But today they're
Yeah.
teaching me, we have done all these
Yeah.
entries, go see. This is. I'm like, oh my God. So I did some job and I'm happy about it. So it is really great. The experience
must
is
be-
nice.
You must be having a very sound sleep, ma'am, at night.
Yeah, when you see, you get to see what you have done, then you get to
Yeah.
see the success of it, you feel happy. Initially, I was also very reluctant that these are female multipurpose health. They are not that educated कि ये आपका smartphone चलाएंगे, ये entry करेंगे. It is going to be a tedious task. They're going to throw this phone on my head. But with time, I kept, following them up. And today they are so pro at it. They teach others also. They teach me also like, हाँ हमें पता है, we have to do this, we have to do this. I'm like, okay, I can see the success of the event program because you people have, gone pro at it, and I'm happy about it. So yeah, public health is beautiful.
True. Ma'am, we need such stories. We actually need more stories so that it reach out to people, and I really feel blessed that it is coming through our conversation right now.
Yeah, really, I really want the people to get into it if they're actually interested.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely, even if they're interested in some other course, please go for it. Don't ever think that you're switching from this background to this background. Life is not, you cannot be so restricted in your life. Life is very
Exactly.
diverse, and so must be all your decisions must be diverse. You cannot constrict your life to, oh my God, if I have studied this, then I'll have to find this particular job only. It will never work out for me. If I shift, what will people say? What will friends say? What will family say? If you are convinced about it, if you're confident about it, don't wait. Don't waste your time. Go for it. Go for any unconventional profession which does not suit your profile. It's okay unless and until you are making money to at least sustain your life and you are happy about it. Go for it.
Right. Ma'am, I can see why United Nations chose you.
Probably, yeah, you have to be a good orator also in public health. You have to have good speaking skills, good communication skills, because you have to keep convincing people. You have to, always have to talk to people, convince them that this is right, this is wrong. So yeah, develop your skills also on speaking, on communication, because in today's world, I feel it is very important to be a good orator, to be a good communicator. That's how half of your things are done, 50%, if you're able to convince the other party on it. Be it
True.
anything.
Yeah, be it anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Ma'am, I think there are no more questions, and many people are saying thank you, many hearts for you.
Ah, that's so sweet. Thank you. Thank you for having me, Jasmine. It was a
Thanks,
very
ma'am.
interactive
Thank you.
session.
Yeah, this was much needed, and I was looking for out some people because you were like occupied with your own things. But I was like just hoping कि ma'am बोल दे कि करते हैं session, and I was like, you got the message, and I was so happy.
Yeah, same here. And I wish you also all the very best. You're doing a commendable job.
ma'am.
I mean,
Thank you
I
so
really
much.
like what you're doing. It's really nice. It's really informative. It's really hopeful for other people who are actually sinking in the profession. They
Yeah.
must be having, different hopes, because this is really informative what you're doing, because we know dentistry is going through a little bad phase, you can say, but yeah,
Yeah.
people have to find their ways out. There's no other option. And you're there. So I don't think now there is any problem. Please, we're looking forward for you to publish a book for, dentists and their problems and how you come up
Yeah.
with solutions. So yeah,
Um, Ma'am,
definitely.
in June 2020, this year, I do had a book, Dentistry Unlocked. It was published. It was came online. So we are planning on to broaden it more and add on more
Yeah,
things,
I saw
get it
that.
revised.
I saw
Yeah.
that. Definitely. It was great. And you've been even getting opportunities to write
Yeah.
articles as well. And
Yes.
one more thing I want to add on for public health professionals, please get into the habit of writing. Write
True.
articles, write journals, get your names published, associate with people who are authors, because it is the more the number of journals and articles that are published under your name, it's going to be really, really, really a great impression on other hiring organizations. So yes, get a develop of reading, induce a habit of reading and writing as well. And somebody is asking, how can we
Yeah.
improve the orator skills?
Skills.
See, you have to keep speaking, speak nonsense, but speak in your room, speak to your friends, speak to your family, speak unless and until you don't develop the confidence. Like
Yeah.
I
True.
started this from a very early age, be it in my school, be it in my college. I was always associated with this comparing things and stage. I was into extracurricular always. Don't always confine yourself to the books. Be into
Yeah.
extracurricular activities. Start delivering speeches as if you won the Filmfare Awards. So yeah, that's how you develop it. That's how you do
Yeah.
it. There is no other option.
True.
Talk to yourself in room, in front of the mirror.
Yeah, as if we are the best dentist or maybe the best orator or maybe the best public health
Yes, yes.
professional.
Yes, you won the Oscars, so start delivering speeches in the room. Yeah, that's how you do it.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. We won't delay you for your dinner.
No, that's
Thank
okay.
thank you
Thank
so
you.
much
Thank you,
and
Jasmine.
thank you so much, ma'am. Have a good sleep. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Bye. Take
Bye
care.
bye.
Bye.